right, so no, I do not have a girlfriend, but so here we go. So Joy's gonna be here soon, and if you guys want to ask questions, like I said, super chat, and if you can get them answered 100%, that'll happen.
So I'll try to get through this quickly.
Sure, go ahead.
Let's see. Sorry, where did it go? Oh, she talked about that I like to silence anybody from criticizing me. And that's what I did with Phildo the Wizard, even though for him, what happened with him, I don't know if you know this, on that stream where he was outed as being I say this lightly, a possible pedophile, not a child molester, but somebody who has the possibility of being attracted to children, because the definition of pedophilia is 13 and under, and this girl was between 13 and 14 when he started dating her. He decided to put up a suicide note, and somehow that's my fault, and I was trying to silence him. Instead, he was shamed off the internet for dating a minor that young. I also tried to destroy Rose Hall's life, even though I gave her $1,700 of all my ad revenue. Doesn't make sense. Let's see. And I'm hiding how, this was the person on the stream said, I'm trying to hide how much money I gave to Rose Hall because apparently $1,700 isn't enough to a woman that turned around and slandered, told people I was harassing her and tried to destroy my life, which I proved. She said that she has endometriosis and that fibromyalgia and endometriosis are similar, but then says she knows nothing about fibro, but I definitely don't have it. She accuses me of being her stalker because I said, do you remember this one? She said, she accused me of being her stalker because I said something that was similar to what her stalker said, because that's logic. She threatened to sue me and take me to court. Says I send fans to harass her and that's verified. Let's see, she says, sorry, there's a couple more things in here. Oh, she said I filed a false police report. That is not true. This is another one. She says she goes to her doctors and talks about me. Mm-hmm. But then gets mad when I say that's obsessive. That you were having.
What do you mean? She goes to her doctors and talks about you?
Do you remember she was talking about, I've been to my OBGYN and I've gone to my doctors and talked about you and your issues.
Oh, okay, yeah. And she said that she was asking about your issues. Okay.
Well, if we haven't spoken in a year and a half, why are you running around to your doctors talking about me? It's just weird. Like, why would you?
I think, I understand what they're trying to do here. They're trying to disprove what you're saying because a lot of people are skeptical of a lot of the past you have with the new age healing type stuff. So they're questioning, because of that. I think because of the older new age healing type stuff that you were involved with, you know what I mean, and the Indigo children type stuff, that they question your credibility whenever you speak currently. You know what I'm saying?
And I get what's frustrating is it was like we're talking 15 years ago.
No, I understand. People change. People change for sure. But the reason why a lot of people also still, say this, and I think Repzion still says it too, and I know you don't really want to talk about him, but I think the reason why people are saying this is because you haven't outright said, hey, this new age stuff, it's bullshit. I don't.
No, I have. And that's the frustrating part. Yeah, I have done that.
Okay, so you're saying that nowadays, you don't do any type of new age stuff at all.
Well, when you say do any type of new age stuff, you need to. I would need you to clarify. I can go over a few things. Do I have any thoughts about the new age or not new age, the Indigo children thing? No. In fact, I think I got into that idea when I was 20 and I left it behind when I was like 22 or 23. And there's nothing to do. It's just an idea about the generation and their auras and the planet.
I understand, but a lot of people think like Kaylee also said the MMS stuff like that. That's where they're like, hey, she's saying that stuff there's hints of that still lingering behind.
And I'll tell you, Kaylee lied because that didn't. I never told people to drink so with Kaylee, I was being sarcastic, and you saw the screenshots. I'm being sarcastic and joking with her, but then I was telling people to drink MMS. I never told people to drink that. I don't know what. Now I did say one thing I did say was I went on a rinky-dink, nobody little like radio thing that's a little bit new age 5 or 6 years ago. I believe it was 5 or 6 years ago. I went on there and I talked about something that I had tried, which was vegetable food grade hydrogen peroxide. This is when I just started getting sick, and I said I liked it. But the thing was, after I had totally finished what I did, it really didn't help my symptoms that much. And I have never recommended, like, since that time of talking about using it, I've never recommended it. I barely even talked about it. So just to kind of clear that up. But I never told anybody to take MMS. She was obsessed with this idea that I was telling people to do that. It didn't happen.
I think she was just saying once, like the time where you said to her, like, drink, that you should drink it. Like, I think she has a screenshot of it. Are you sure that you never told her that?
No, the screenshot she showed you was me being sarcastic. What I'm saying is with Kaylee, months before, she would talk to me out of nowhere and be concerned that I was either taking Miracle Mineral Solution or telling other people to. So way before that ever happened, this was a consistent theme with her. And I was like, every time I was like, that's not happening, Kaylee. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right. So I'm glad you're responding to this stuff, because a lot of things that I would, that I possibly would want to ask you about. So, as far as like any new age stuff, you don't have any, like, you don't condone any of that currently, right? You wouldn't tell anybody, hey, you should be involved with it. Like, or is there anything that you would say, hey, I condone this? Like, is there any type of new age stuff that you're involved with anymore, or are you kind of moved away from it?
See, new age is such an umbrella that's almost like looking at me and saying, do you condone anything religious or spiritual? Like, so I still have, I guess, what you would call new age ideas. I like the idea of reincarnation. I believe in that. I don't know if it's real. I believe aliens exist and I want to meet one. Don't know if they're real. I've got a lot of weird, and I don't even know if that's necessarily weird thinking.
I mean, shit. I would love to believe aliens there. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I think they're probably out there. I mean, shit,
Well, and in terms of my beliefs, I still have some funny beliefs. Absolutely. I'm not saying that I don't. I mean, that's the thing though. My new age stuff was mostly just funny beliefs. There's no church we go to. There's no call-in. There's not even a group of people I really talk to about it. It's just I'm kind of a spiritual seeker, and I've studied all different types of religions and different spiritualities. So I would tell you this. I don't condone anybody do anything that they aren't comfortable with or that's not healthy for them. I don't like whatever that may be. Now, about like the Miracle Mineral Solution, I would never tell somebody to drink it because I don't know enough about it. I don't know anything about it. That hydrogen peroxide, the vegetable food grade hydrogen peroxide, some people have said they have great results. I didn't have great results. I wouldn't tell anybody to do it, and I'm not a doctor. I don't know enough about it. I can sit here and tell you I've taken herbal supplements, but a lot of people do that. So,
I mean, I understand. Yeah, a lot of people do that. And the only thing I think Repzion and made this thing, the only reason why it's like a topic, I think mostly is because he brought this up to, brought it to the forefront, and he was trying to like attack your credibility through it. But
of course he was. But to me, the hypocrisy is, well, he was a former extreme Christian, right? Mm-hmm. So then why is he credible? If he left that and said, hey, I think it's horseshit. I did, RSN, I don't know if you remember this. I did several videos laughing about New Age spirituality and mocking it. And same thing with different religions. I did several of those types of videos. So to me, it's like, okay, well then if you were an extremist and now you think you're wrong, then I guess your credibility is shot too, per your logic. That just doesn't make sense.
I remember him also saying that people can change, which is fine. He can change. You can change. The past is the past, and things happen in the past, and then things change. People change. That's fine. But I think that what he was mainly saying is, like I was saying, he was saying that you outright haven't been like, hey, don't fuck with this type of stuff. But I understand that's. You're into a couple new age things, but you're never pushing anything on anybody to try anything.
No, since I've been on YouTube, I've never done that. Now, the only thing, just to give to try to be fair, when I was involved in the Indigo children type of thing, I ended up writing, and I'm very embarrassed about it now that I'm older, and I've talked about the embarrassment of it. I wrote 2 articles for like an online new age. Well, there was 2 online new age magazines. One was it was an Indigo children magazine, Children of the New Earth. So fucking stupid. And then then there was one Planet Lightworker. And I wrote 2 different articles for them. I cringe at it now. I fucking cringe at it. I'm like, oh my God, the fuck were you doing? But yeah, but that was, again, we're literally talking, this was 15 years ago. Those e-zines or whatever, they no longer exist.
That's a lifetime ago. I understand that.
And that's what's frustrating is like when it's 15 years ago and I'm 35, it's like, so because of something that I did in my early 20s, I could have been out drinking or like blood dance, creating kids I can't take care of, or popping a lot of pills like Blood Dance. We'll get into that. Instead, it was a spiritual seeker, and apparently my credibility shot the rest of my life because of that. Because some little turd with 500,000 subscribers deems it so because he needs money for college because he's doing Uber. It's true, because he's talking about doing Uber Eats is not paying the bills. He can't get his financial aid to go through, so he's got to start drama again on YouTube.
I don't understand. Doesn't he sell like pictures of his feet too, though? So
well, the foot business is slow right now. All right, CJ. Don't be stupid, because it matters so much. So much, sausage fingers. I hate people. I hate people.
I don't understand. Like, if that's really what it is, then I mean, he seems like he's got a couple, revenue sources going on. I mean, shit.
I mean, these are just people that are financially insecure in themselves. And look, I've been sick over the last few years, and I've had times where I'm financially insecure. I totally understand that. But yeah, all of this, it's just to create money for him so he can pay for school, because he's not confident enough to do it any other way. That's all this is.
Okay, so by the way, I want to mention, I don't have anything against Repzion. I don't think he likes me because I think he believes some dumb shit that Onision said or whatever. But like, that dumb shit that I'm dealing with in the background, like that, I think he believes that. So whatever. But in all seriousness, I have no issue with him. But I know you guys have had a long back and forth. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, I don't know.
To me, there's not, and I guess I'll tell you this because we talked about this. People want to know why I haven't responded to the second video. Well, it's similar to why I didn't respond to the first. Well, with the first one, there was a lot of stuff I was dealing with. A ton of harassment came my way as a result of that video. And I was of the mindset back then, I thought, you know what? I should dignify this. And then we had somebody on Andy Worski's stream. He debunked almost every claim Repzion made in that video. He debunked them all. That was JF Garrett.
I'm sorry, where was that?
At Andy Worski's stream, if you go look, I think it's called JoySparkle Calls Out Everyone. And in the first 30 minutes, JF goes over almost all of Repzion's claims and he debunks them one by one. So the first video, from my perspective, it was all debunked. Why? I didn't even watch the second one. And I know I had said that, and somebody had sent me a screenshot of Repzion losing his mind going, bullshit, she did too, watch it, she's lying. And I'm just sitting here thinking, why does it matter to you whether I watch this or not? Like, why do you care? So I think this is somebody who's got a lot, this is just my opinion, got a lot of issues with women that is being taken out on me. I don't know if you know this, but when I put my medical records out and his video was debunked, he had said if I put my records out, he was going to make an apology. He was going to make an apology on the video for getting it wrong. We went back and forth, and if you want to see this, I can show you. But we went back and forth in emails about it. He would say stuff like, he said this 2 or 3 times in our emails. I've wasted too much emotional energy on you. CJ, what the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. What
does that mean?
I don't know.
Did we date?
I've never thought about any other creator that I made a video on in that manner. I don't know.
Do you have a bunch of DMs with people you made videos on, and then they proved that you were wrong about something that was damaging, and you're just like, it's been too much emotional energy. It's weird.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I've actually had I've had people that I've had videos where we've gone back and forth multiple times, and then they were like, you know what, I'm not going to make an apology video. It's too much. If I do it, it's too much. It's just what?
It's just I don't know. It's to me, it's very, very strange. And then he also put out how he's hurting for money, and then here comes the drama video. So to me, that's what this is about. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that this is about, in my opinion.
All right, so you think he thinks he's wasted too much time on you then, and that's what he said to you recently.
He said he wasted too much emotional energy.
I heard
energy.
I heard him and Mikenactor are actually fine now. What do you think about that?
Mike told me that. You know what? I'm happy. I'm happy about it because I'll briefly go over it, or I'll briefly explain my position. So them making peace does not denote or take away from a friendship with Mike. Mike has been a good friend, and I felt horrible that for being my friend, he just got shit on. He's got so much shit for just being my friend. So there's no fucking ego trip. There's no anger. If he's made peace with that part of YouTube, I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. I don't think that'll ever happen with me and Repzion, but I am happy that happened to him.
I mean, that's good. I mean, like, whenever you can squash any problems on the internet, especially when it comes to going back and forth, I consider it a win because that shit is actually harder to accomplish than it looks.
Well,
When
and I
everybody
think,
else, you know,
and to me, it was very apparent. The only reason he went after Mike was because he was constantly leaving comments and messages, and he was trying to bait me for responses I wouldn't give. So what it looked like back then was that he was trying to fuck with my friend to get a response out of me. That's 100% what it seemed like, because there was no reason to go after Mike aside from that. So I'm happy it's water under the bridge and Mike can move on.
yeah, that's really good. We got a dono from Sexy Bearded Viking Wizard, the badass Aussie. What does a person's beliefs have anything to do with any of the issues at hand? Why would Joy even have to disavow any of them? Any of that, even though she's no longer follow those tenets? No,
Thank you.
I understand. Yeah, the whole point is that, it happened way back. People change. It's another lifetime at this point. That's all it really is. I think the only reason why Repzion was saying that is I think he just doesn't want you to one day come out and start like pushing, bleach. I think that's
but there's no evidence of that. That's what's frustrating. Like there's no evidence that I've ever done that. So I don't know what so for him to act like there's a concern, there's no concern for that. There's absolutely none. He wanted to make a hit piece because Nick Monroe was his friend, and Based Mama was, I don't know if is, but they were friends, and she asked him to. I have private conversations with Chambers where she said she's going to have Repzion do something with me, and then he went to her event, the wonderful scam Kilroy. That's all this was about. There was no other reason for this.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know I would really love to get you and Repzion on the stream to talk this out, but I know that would never happen. I don't think he would. Yeah. I don't think he really would anyways. I understand you both your thought process on that, but in all seriousness, it would be great if you guys watch that.
The shoutouts do not reflect the views of Realstream News. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Realstream click.